Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafting with Janine. Today's video is going to be a little bit out of sequence from how I was wanting to do this, but this video is very much requested in some of the cup groups, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one, and then I will post videos after this that will look like out of sequence, but it'll make sense afterwards. So I'm going to be showing you in today's video how to quick, easily, simply achieve this look with the alcohol inks. Posted a picture in a group and everybody was like, oh, how'd you do that? How'd you do that? So we're going to go ahead and do this. For this, you're going to need two types of spray bottles for the way that I like to do it. So I've got this one here that I picked up at Walmart. It was in a 2-pack and it's really great and it's got a fine mister on it. And then I have these I will link in the description below. I got them on Amazon. My failure to pay attention, these are glass, so gotta be super careful not to drop them. But they're a little mister too. They like just enough to give you achieve the looks that you're going for. And of course the alcohol. And I will also be linking a video on how to make your own inks using permanent markers, because for this step, that is an easier way and a cheaper way to achieve it. So what I did was, in a larger bottle, is I took some, made my own, but if you don't want to do the make your own inks, it's you're going to dilute the alcohol ink down with some alcohol. So you want it to be thinner than what it comes out of in the bottle when you get your inks like this. So you're going to take this, drop it in the bottle, and dilute it down with some alcohol. So I'm going to go ahead and start and show you how we achieve this look. So we're obviously going to want our cup turning. So I guess just got that on. And with the bigger spray bottle, we're just going to spritz the cup. Now, this is a little bit similar to the rain method. What I like about this, because this will also work for the rain method if you like the rain method, is because it doesn't use as much alcohol. Like, you're not just dumping it all over the cup, you're pouring it. I forgot to mention that, which great because I didn't go too far, is if the alcohol dries I could just hit it again. I forgot to mention that my cup is prepped, and for this method, I prefer to use a gloss spray paint. I find that the inks run, they achieve that look better on a gloss than per se a flat. You can use a satin or a semi-gloss and it'll work, but for this, I do really prefer the gloss spray paint. And you're also going to need a blow dryer or heat gun at some point. Disclaimer, it will get kind of loud, and I will try not to have it constantly going while I talk, but I'm going to say I'm sorry for the sound when I start blowing with the heat gun. So I'm going to go ahead, spritz this again because I forgot stuff and started talking. So I'm just going to spray it down like that. So then with your little spray bottle with your diluted ink, you're going to just spritz, 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 spritz a couple of times. Like, just get it through. And then with your heat gun, this is where your heat gun comes in, you're going to, like, spread it and dry those spots. I might have put a little more alcohol in the beginning than I wanted to, but, whoops, pay attention where your spray bottle is spraying. If you can watch, as I'm hitting it with the heat gun, it's spreading it, but then it's creating these type of lines here. So this is like the step, and you can spray as much as you want. I hope you guys can hear me over this heat gun. You can spray as little as much as you want over it. And you're just kind of, the heat gun is doing a double step here. It's drying it while it's spreading it out. So like here, I want like bigger runs and that, so I hit more. So the step is just pretty much doing this up the cup until you might be happy and that. And don't forget your butts. Can't forget the bottoms of the cups. It's such a simple, easy, fun way to achieve a different look. And if you don't like these little bottles, because as you can tell, I'm starting to run out, I did pick up some bigger ones at the Dollar Tree, which are great. They're not so bad. What I liked about these is I got 24 in the set for $6, so that I don't have to rinse out the bottle and switch the color. I could just have one bottle dedicated to a color. So I'm just kind of going through. And see, I'm out there. So I'll show you how the other bottle works. Put that off to the side. So see how my one is out? I could refill it, or there's these bigger bottles, which are these ones that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. Like I said, I will leave the link for the smaller ones in the description. But these ones work too. But if you see the way it's fans, I kind of like the spray on the smaller ones. And then you just... What I like about these ones, though, is that because it is a wider spray, is I can now spray it with the color, but also get those marks where the ink kind of separates away. And you get those little splash marks. So... This one just has a way bigger spray pattern because it's a bigger and it has a bigger nozzle on it. It's the same ink. So then I just keep going around until I kind of have a look that I'm happy with. And then... And this was one marker. So this whole thing, this bigger bottle filled with one marker. I diluted a little bit more than in the video that I have showing how to do it. Only because I want it to flow like it is on this cup. But this was one marker, and it goes enough to fix a cup. This is a 30-ounce skinny that I'm doing it on. So... You can choose which type of spray bottle you want. And I'm just gonna add some more color to it. So, like I said, the heat gun serves as spreading and drying at the same time. And I have a paper towel underneath here just to get, if you can see the rest of my table, it does, this is a messy one, so if you want to protect your table from getting ink all over it, I would say cover it very well before you start, because it does, with the heat gun, the fine mist spray, it does spray everywhere. So I'm just going around until I like the finished product. That's pretty much how this is. It's a personal preference. No two will ever look alike. It just all depends on how you spray, how you hit it with the dryer. How much you spray on it. As you can tell, like when I hit it with a couple of pumps. So this is an easy way to achieve this, a little bit different. And like I said, I didn't say before, but unless you want ink all over your fingers, I do suggest a glove, because it can get very messy. And I had done this with the blue, and I had blue fingers for longer than I wanted to have them, because it got up under my nail, up under my cuticles, and it was just irritating. So then, at this point, what I do is I just take this fine mist, and just kind of let the alcohol do its thing over it. Kind of just pulling it, separating it to get the little splatter marks that you see. Just to achieve that look. And then if I wanted to, I could go in with the alcohol and spread out some of the ink on the cup. It's just a fun and great way to achieve a slightly different look. And you'll never have any two that look the same. So then I just kind of spritzy spritz, spritzy spritz, until I think I might be happy with it. And that's why I like these fine mist ones. You can get those ones that are adjustable and that, but this was just like kind of perfect for what I wanted to achieve. And I use it all the time for just about everything because it doesn't kick out a lot of alcohol, but just enough when I'm doing things. So, there's that. And now I'm just going to let that one dry. I can turn my turner off, let it dry. I tend to like to let my inks sit for a little while before I do anything to them. And then when I am ready, I hit them with, where's it? With this, which is a triple thick, the clear glaze. I got this one, and I'm not 100% like impressed with this one here. The way that it coats, the way that it covers and doesn't like lift. So this triple thick is my favorite one to use. As you can tell, it's almost empty. It's my favorite one to use to seal my inks in. Some people don't seal their inks, and that's fine for them. What I have found, though, is that if I don't seal my ink and I just go to epoxy right over the ink, it tends to want to bleed. The epoxy will bleed the inks, and then if you had a specific look like your wood grains or something, it wouldn't work. So that's that. And I'll show you one that I made for my son, because that's what he wanted. But you can just see that the look is different no matter how many times you do it. From the 3 that I have here right now, they are all different in one way or another. So that's what's great about this one, is you will never achieve the same pattern. So you're always going to have a one-of-a-kind type cup. And those of you who follow me for a while know that I like one-of-a-kinds. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys understood, and then you guys enjoyed this video. And please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that little bell notification, because I am not the most regimented uploader, so there might be some gaps, and I don't upload on the same day of the week. And I will leave a link to my Facebook group with an amazing group of people in there. You guys can come join and have fun over there. I will also... Ooh, I hit the camera. I am so sorry. I was trying to take my glove off, and I ripped it there and hit the camera. I think that's about it for this one. Like I said, I will leave you the links for this spray bottle that I used, the smaller one, which I do like the way that one's sprayed. The only thing is it's glass, but the price, I couldn't beat the price for these little ones. And the link for the video on how to make your own inks using permanent markers, because as you can tell, for this one cup, I used just about this whole spray bottle, which if you're using the more expensive inks can add up. So I will leave the link for that video, as well as if I don't have that video up before this one, because this one was requested, it will come later and I will plug. But I will try to have that one up first. Like I said, I'm not the most regimented, and sometimes I get out of sequence. Try not to, but... So this one will be up, and the alcohol ink one will be up, and then more Tumblr videos and stuff will come to follow. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, again, and thumbs up, and as always, happy crafting!